I honorably request all the honorable members that the data that we are giving you here, please go through it. And then, of course, we have all ears to listen to your comments. But without the data, please let us have a considered debate. So there was also this noise about how India's Make in India is failing. In fact, Honorable Member Jairam Ramesh had tweeted about it. He's incidentally gone in. But I would like to respond to him. Make in India has not failed at all. On the contrary, it has given a great momentum for manufacturing in India. India's manufacturing sector has faced significant challenges due to externalities rather than due to anything to do with India. We have taken short-term and long-term measures. Honorable Prime Minister Modi has prioritized national interest in economic policy making. He has spoken about it even yesterday in a podcast, which is being received all over the world for extensive and comprehensive viewpoint on how this government deals with very many issues. India's own domestic growth, India's cultural rootedness, India's foreign policy. He has given extensively his thoughts on all these subjects. So has he prioritized national interest in economic policy making also. In order to curb dumping of goods into this country, sir, several measures has been taken up. Anti-dumping duties have been imposed. Strengthening of our trade defense mechanism have been taken up. I want to highlight how Atmanirbhar Bharat and related policies have brought in defense sector today to become an exporter, net exporter. They are able to earn more than 30,000 crores. And as a result, you see what Make in India has achieved for defense production in this country. And I see enthusiastic, I'm sorry to say, Congress members taking vicarious pleasure in saying, oh, Make in India is dead, RIP Make in India. Make in India made defense to become net exporter and earn 30,000 crores. Don't be too quick. And above all, Congress has had absolutely a hypocritical approach to Make in India. They had remained in power from 2004 till 2011 when they came up with the national manufacturing policy. 2014, of course, they went away. It took them 7 long years just to make a policy rather than implement it. Now, the national manufacturing policy was there, which said 25% we'll achieve in manufacturing contribution to GDP. They said that. But before even moving that paper, people send them out. So when Prime Minister Modi in 2014 brings Make in India, the kind of statements which have been made by Congress members, one eminent member at that time said, the objective of Make in India plan to attract investment and technology and promotion of exports cannot be part of a partisan narrative. Do you want manufacturing to grow in this country or not? And having brought out this national manufacturing policy, they also said, being, I don't know, hypocritical or confused, they said when Make in India was announced, Make in India is just a revamped version of national manufacturing policy. And you claim that Make in India isn't working. You claim that Make in India isn't working. Doesn't that mean that national manufacturing policy itself was flawed? Are you suggesting that? It is your policy. But it remained a policy, it didn't find an action ground. And when we make it an actionable policy, we bring in Make in India, we want to bring in several steps towards improving it. They have this problem of either not knowing whether they should accept it, not knowing whether they should reject it, because it also has their own national manufacturing policy into it. They claim 25% of contribution, manufacturing will reach 25% to the GDP level. No, they didn't move an inch. Whereas Make in India today is showing how, for example, in the defense industry, we are able to export. And also, I would want to highlight, sir, the national manufacturing policy guided them to set up national investment and manufacturing zones in several parts of the country. They're called NIMS in the short. NIMS also remained where they were. They were in far-flung areas, no railway station next to it, no port. They were on patronage basis. And not until when Prime Minister Modi brings PM Gati Shakti, when all this gets integrated into that, when a scheme of things are understood as to does it have a port next to it, does it have a railway station next to it, is a coal mining area or a raw material supply area next to it, bring all that together and do something to improve logistics there. It is only after that PM Gati Shakti has NIMS found the light of the day. Otherwise, they were desolate and isolated places all over the country with no semblance of any making in India. Of course, manufacturing was just a policy for them. There was no more implementation on it. Similarly, sir, they also had a lot of quick fix FTAs, which killed actually many of our manufacturing. Today, Commerce Minister is struggling to have those FTAs hurriedly done during their period, reviewed, because countries have realized it was so loosely worded, it had so many things which was ready giveaways for our partner countries, which is good. You want to give them market access for many of the things. But we didn't get equally anything for ourselves. So the Commerce Ministry today is sitting and asking those countries to review the FTA signed during UPA policy time. So that hurried rushing into FTA, hurried bringing into some kind of a context, manufacturing policy, has not delivered. On the contrary, has hurt us. Believe and make in India. It is giving you results. I've already quoted how defense exports are flourishing under Make in India. Of course, everybody called during UPA time their growth as jobless growth, which is right. 69, the report of the Standing Committee on Finance itself said that. Sir, but I would like to highlight the fact that Make in India has actually given us good result. We took step after step after step to strengthen the manufacturing in this country. Corporate tax rate was brought down to 15% for new capacities in February 2019. Production-linked incentives have been given for critical key starting materials, KPI, drug intermediaries, and active pharmaceutical ingredient manufacturers. Manufacturing of medical devices have happened. Automobiles and auto components get PLI. Pharmaceutical drugs get PLI. Specialty steel gets PLI. Telecom network products, electronic technology products, white goods, ACs and LEDs, food products, textile products, MMF segment of technical textiles, high efficiency solar PV modules, advanced chemistry cells, and drones and drone components all get PLI. I just want to highlight one data point, sir. I'm not just listing PLIs. Some of the most notable achievements of PLI schemes are attracted investments exceeding 1.5 lakh crores. Because of PLI, 1.5 lakh crores have come into this country. Employment generation has happened to the extent of 9.5 lakh people. It has also led to exports surpassing 4 lakh crores. Electronics, pharmaceutical, and food processing sector are also contributing to the export. 99.2% of mobile phones now sold in the country are made in India. 325 to 330 million mobile phones are being manufactured in India every year. Mobile phone exports reached $15.6 billion in 23-24 from 0.2 billion in 2014-15. Significant reduction in the import of raw materials in the pharma sector, thanks to PLI. Considerable improvement in domestic sourcing of raw materials in food processing, again because of PLI. Telecom equipment manufacturing surpassed 50,000 crores in sales under the production-linked incentive scheme. The automobile sector also got a considerable boost, with the PLI directly generating sales worth 2.25 lakh crores and creating 1.5 lakh jobs in that sector. So I would request our Congress members, when they talk about Make in India, thinking that they can sing a requiem, I'm sorry, no, it is live, kicking, flourishing, and making our economy absolutely stronger for it. So last one point I would like to highlight. As a result of this concerted effort, sir, our domestic defense production, about which I spoke, reached 1.27 lakh crores, marking a record high with an impressive increase approximately of 174% from 46,429 crores, which it was in 2014-15. So defense is a classic example. In that, I will just put one example forward, sir. You are from Bihar. It's a very good example to show how every state of India is contributing for Make in India. Made in Bihar boots are now part of the Russian army's equipment. So Bihar is contributing for manufacturing, and boots manufactured there are going for our Russian army as well. So number of companies have also increased, which have registered. 13% increased in the number of establishments has been witnessed. Employment marked over 10% rise. Manufacturing sector reported the highest